There's only one place for me to really find a quest, and it's going to be right here in the middle of Bayside Bevy, where we will find a very familiar Sister Keeper of the Moon. Chilling out under this lamppost right in the middle of the Bayside Bevy markets, we find the one and only Nashu Makaraka, joining us as we figure out how she got here first of all, and then we gotta of course help her figure out what has happened to Inspector Hildibrand, because it is that time yet again. So let's go ahead and speak with Nashu Makaraka to take on the first quest for the Dawntrail version of the Hildibrand Mysteries, entitled The Case of the Displaced Inspector. Looking rather lost herself, Nashu Makaraka has come west in search of the missing inspector.
Why, hello there, Mathia. Cool, how serendipitous that we should cross paths in this far-flung nation. Have you come all this way to lend me a hand? Because, let me tell you, I could use the help.
I'm sure you could. What brings you out all this way?
You see, I've been doing my absolute darndest to track down the inspector ever since Mr. Poo-Poo's starship whisked him off to God's only know where. My best lead turned out to be the Thavnarian truth.
Because of course it was.
Eyewitness accounts in the latest issue describe a shiny craft headed west across the ocean, so I packed a few things and headed as far west as I was able. This is where I ended up. I made a few inquiries since my arrival, but I've been mostly acclimatizing myself to the native cuisine. Very important step, that.
Yeah, you don't want to get sick off the food at all, would you?
Anyway, seeing that fate has sent you to assist me, I suppose it's time I continue questioning the locals on the matter of the unidentified flying gentleman.
And I'll be right there to help you out.
Here, this should help aid in our investigations.
So, you'll pass something over to me? Yeah, the image of the UFO.
It's an illusion of the starship clip from Dorian's publication. Having this on hand should make it much easier to explain what we're looking for.
Alright.
I'll ask around the markets hereabouts. As for you, well, have you yet to venture beyond the food stalls?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So practically anywhere else but here. If you learn any useful information, come and find me around this spot. I'll be stuffing my ears with the delicious intelligence.
It is the Land Guard's duty to remain vigilant for threats and unusual developments that may warrant their intervention. It may be prudent to visit Bright Plume Post and question the soldiers. Alright, I guess if we're doing that, then it might be in my best interests. Let's go down here where my Twin Adder uniform is. Yeah, here we go. Get my gear updated, so to speak. 500 exactly. Alright, let's go.
Yeah, I've always been surprised that they never have.
Because I've done my best Sean Connery voice all throughout the Hildibrand Mysteries. At least my best estimation of them. And that's how I've been doing it for nearly 10 years now. So we gotta speak with two representatives of the Lands Guard here at Bright Blue Post. Let's go ahead by speaking with Mobile Joff first. Yes, is there something I can help you with? Indeed there is. I'm here on official business on behalf of the Twin Adder of Gridania. Do you recognize this? Actually, I have seen a vessel like that. It was some time before Zeroja's flying ships appeared. Oh. I watched it limp northwards through the skies above Tuliolol, wobbling about like it might crash to the ground at any moment. Crash to the ground, huh? So that kind of gives us a rough idea of where he may be. Next up is Chikoe. Yeah, another one of those weird names that's part of the Turali language that is so hard to pronounce. Searching for a strange ship, you say? We are. Yeah, specifically an airship, but not the one you're accustomed to, like the dirigibles. Yes, I saw a flying disc just like that during the patrol in Shalani. It was slowly drifting towards the ground and seemed to come down somewhere in Yasulani. Uh-oh. If you're determined to find it, then that's what you should try next. What we're calling the place that's been covered by the dome now? Heritage found? You don't mean... Uh-oh. That does not sound good. Because yeah, if it crashed before the dome appeared... Oh boy. Nashu, I may have some bad news for you. Let's hustle on back to where she was. Now the great white Tsuchinoko bouncing along with me. Alright, young lady, I'm back.
My forays into the stars bore no fruit at all. None starship shaped anyway. How was your harvest then?
Well, we do have some leads for you. From more reliable sources.
Those are some solid leads. Nice work, Mathia. So by the sounds of things, the ship was malfunctioning and eventually came down somewhere to the north of here. With any luck, this hostage found you mentioned will be the place we find the inspector.
Yeah, it's not called hostage found, and yeah, I doubt it'll be so simple and certainly not without incident knowing how matters involving the inspector tend to go. Yeah, let's correct her on what the place is called. And so...
Well, with you as my escort, I'm sure we'll arrive at the right spot eventually, and none the worse for wear. Shall we head off?
I guess we will. Although the look on my face makes me look like I seem reluctant to go through with this. But, sounds like someone was overhearing things? Were we giving the Landsguard a hard time, or maybe it's that Lalafell stalker again? Yeah, it turns out he's back too. So we don't even need to worry about getting warped over to Heritage Found. We can just get expedited right to the outskirts. Let's speak with Nashu.
The air is so crackly and sappy.
It certainly is.
This is where the starship supposedly came down, so let's start our search for the inspector. Standard investigative procedure dictates that we question the residents for possible gentleman sightings. Off we go!
Alright, let's go. So, who can we find to speak to? Well, we got someone over here. Hello there, sir. Can you help us out? This is a small settlement, and all its inhabitants are known to me. If a man of such distinctive appearance and demeanor were among us, I'm sure I would have noticed. Perhaps he's wandering around somewhere inside Solution 9. They have so many more people, he could easily go unnoticed in the crowds. You were here as Queen's Fiend's guest, as I recall. If your companion wishes to enter the city as well, then I suggest you make arrangements with the sentry at the tower entrance.
Oh, Solution 9? That sounds promising. Thank you for the tip.
Yeah, taking the literal word Solution 9 in that context. Alright, let's go. Yeah, we gotta go to the main entrance to Solution 9 and see if we can't get Nashu in there. So upon our arrival... So we got 3 guards to deal with. Visitor detected, verifying access rights, unlimited ever keep access confirmed. Yeah, would you green my guest too? Scanning unregistered visitor. Yeah, checking her out from head to toe. Uh-oh. Warning. Warning. Explosive device detected. Entry denied. Yeah, in other words, they can, by a body scan, figure out that she's got the Nashu's Delights, those infamous bombs that she always carries around. In other words, we've attracted the wrong type of attention here.
I'm not carrying explosives. This is medicine for treating Inspector Hildibrand's condition.
Medicine? Explosive, medicinal compounds. Yeah, we're looking at each other even though we're robots. Error, does not compute.
It is really quite simple. Inspector Hildibrand was sucked up by Master Poo-Poo's malfunctioning starship, after which it proceeded to drag him thousands of miles away and deposit him here. Ergo, you need to let me pass so I can blow away his brain cobwebs.
Well, when you put it that way. Yeah, we gotta use bombs to blow away his brain cobwebs for some reason. What's going on? Error, logic circuits overloading, emergency shutdown initiated. Emergency shutdown? Yeah. Nah, shoot, what the heck? Yeah, you actually confuse them so much they shut down. Who knew that was possible with AI?
Huh, it must be nap time. I guess we can just go in.
Yeah, if you say so, Patrick. Yeah, I'll get a number 4 extra large. Yeah, and of course, the Lalafell Stalker taking advantage of the situation too. So upon arrival within Solution 9, let's go ahead and speak with Nashu again.
Cool, that's a good-sized city. Well, there's one sure way of locating the inspector in a place like this. If there's an ongoing case, then that's where he'll be. Let's head to the lively part of town and look into any nefarious incidents, shall we? Do you know which is the lively part?
Well, I can give you some idea.
True View, and that's in the eastern sector, you say? Right then, let's get to it.
And I will see you over there. So the location of the Ethernet, of course, conveniently right over here. And we'll use it to take the quick trip to True View. Of course, this is en route to the Colosseum. Of course, this place's version of the Colosseum. Hey, look, it's a Sheikah Eye from The Legend of Zelda. Wow, I never noticed that before. Yeah, hey, Nintendo, I think you may have a copyright claim over here. I mean, you love to claim a copyright on music from your video games when people play them on YouTube. Maybe you have a complaint about this, too. So, let's go ahead and start speaking with people here in Trueview, beginning with a forthright female Hume.
What? Like a crime? Now that you mention it, I did hear about a theft recently. Our city is peaceful by and large, but anywhere you have a lot of people, incidents like these are bound to occur.
And let's continue on then. Next up, we'll speak with a laid-back Malala over here.
Recent troubles? I saw a pair of soldiers mobilizing not moments earlier, reported to responding to a disturbance, it seems. I don't think it was far from here, but I'm a bit hazy on the details.
Fair enough, but it's a start. And finally, not far from where Nashu is, let's speak with Philemon, who gave us the Red Bull before. The case, huh? I've heard talk of an old squealing creature of some sort, but I don't know if that's the kind of thing you're looking for. You're not referring to my Tsuchinoko, are you? Well, let's speak with Nashu and see what she found out. So as her witness walks off. Hi there.
Oh, I also heard about that theft. Something was stolen from a nearby tavern, apparently. I got directions to the scene of the crime, so let's head over together.
Okay. Apparently it's not the establishment to which we are regulars at. So, yeah, the sentries are getting the information. The thief absconded with an aged bottle of spirits. The most expensive one in my establishment. I demand you find this criminal at once. But is this really worth something that the sentries would take care of, though? No need to get all hot and bothered. The culprit is right under your nose. Who goes there? Well, we got someone. Dressed in a very fancy tuxedo. He does seem to have Hildibrand's face. But that's a far cry from what we know about the inspector. Admit it, punk. You pinched the hooch. Like, what? Me? But what would you think? The supply of souls cut off. Folks with the habit of turning to black market rackets and luxury goods of dubious provenance is one way of paying the asking price. A top shelf bottle of juice would make for fine trade, I'd say. By the by, you know that there's a method for identifying contraband souls. Your regulating logs will tell the tale. Oh, yeah, the evidence is on your brain. Don't want to let's check 'em? Be my guest. I took a gander at the cabinet where the bottle was stored, and the lock showed obvious signs of tampering. Electro-picking tools are awful hard to handle, aren't they? Most amateurs get singed, but you got scorch marks all over your mitts. Can we see them for ourselves? Give it up, kid. We've got you dead to rights. I guess we do.
After they suspended soul provisions, I couldn't stop worrying about the future. It was a moment of weakness.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Well, save it for the authorities. Take them away, boys. Well, that was pretty impressive. And the man who runs the place certainly seems to be happy.
That was Inspector Hildibrand, wasn't it?
Yeah, but not exactly the way that we know him. He both didn't look very gentlemanly or sound very gentlemanly. Yeah, in fact, he pretty much... yeah, he gave up to James Bond for the Philip Marlowe.
He must still be in shock after the starship's crash landing. A healthy dose of nauseous delights will put him to rights.
Are you sure about that? Yeah, maybe not in such a populated area, but let's make absolutely sure that it's him first, shall we? But yeah, in a big city like this, you gotta be out of your mind, Nashu. We don't want collateral damage.
I suppose that would be the responsible course of action. Come on, we should hurry along before we lose sight of this ungentlemanly Hildibrand.
Alright, let's go. So we'll go ahead and conveniently use the Aetherite that's right here and warp back to the start of True View. And we'll continue on from there. So up the stairs and we'll make our way over to where the terrace is located. Alright, Nashu. Think you've found our man?
He walked that way. Or was it more of a mosey?
Yeah, probably not best to think about such details. So yeah, let's speak with the guy. Yeah, not much to say here, is there? Oh, he's taking off the hat and the glasses, I guess. He's certainly got a determined look on his face. And I guess he has a penchant for cracking hard-boiled eggs on his forehead like Robin Williams used to do on Mork and Mindy. How many of you watched that sitcom? Yeah, he certainly seems to like his hard-boiled eggs. Yeah, maybe he's trying to do his best Paul Newman impression.
He looks like the inspector, but he's a touch old and mopey.
Well, there may be a reason for that, Nashu. I need to explain this to you.
"30 years passed inside the dome? Then, if Inspector Hildibrand was here when it happened, that would put him in his 50s!
You mean he wasn't already in his 50s when we first met him? Yeah, I find that so crazy to believe, because we know how old Godbird is, or looks. But yeah, that's shocking that Hildibrand was actually that young when we were first introduced to him back in 2015? That's insane.
He must have been living here so long that he's forgotten everything about his previous life. Luckily, I have just the thing to jog his memory."
You don't mean... But, of course she does. Or does she? Wow, that got snuffed out fast. By none other than our man that we're chasing.
"Think that I wouldn't notice such an obvious tale. I don't know what your game is, but bombs ain't toys. Best put them away before you hurt someone. Or yourself."
Yeah, sorry.
"Like me, I see neither of you as born regulators, so I suggest you be more careful with the only lives you've got."
Wait,
"Sir, don't you remember us? You're Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Gentleman Inspector Extraordinaire."
Hey, slipping the stuff back on.
"I've been called a lot of things, but nothing so insulting as a gentleman."
Really? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, we heard a gun click, but that's not an actual gun.
"I'm a weathered old fool with too many debts and regrets."
Yeah, apparently his finger gun can literally break the fourth wall.
"Detective Hardboiled."
Yeah, this is how he presents himself. She liked the lights show, of course she would.
"Very impressive, but even with that name and those odd clothes, you might as well be in the inspector's older, more wrinkled twin." "Hate to break it to you, but you're barking up the wrong tree."
So what do we do? Yeah, I guess he's still got more Paul Newman hard-boiled eggs to eat on. Or maybe not. He's run out of food, I guess. Guess he needs to restock. Oh, wait a minute. All of a sudden, now she whips out an alchemy bench. What? And runs right back to him.
"You seem awfully fond of those hard-boiled eggs. Here, this one's on me."
Thanks, Dollface. You're a peach. But then why is she running quickly right back? Like, enjoy! What did you do with this thing, Nashu? Yeah, crack it on your forehead, but then a glowing light emerges. She seems happy about it. Yeah, even a little thing like that can still blow up. Yeah, a concealed Nashu's delight in a hard-boiled egg. So did it work? Well, he's walking towards us. But I think he may be out for revenge now that we tried to blow him up. Yeah, he's passing through the smoke. And he just blows it out. Heck, his forehead was even still singed. Not only did he survive the blast, but he seems completely unfazed. Whew, that's one way to cure a hangover. You got me good. Wow.
Maybe we really do have the wrong person. That indestructibility is awfully Mandeville-like, though.
So what do we do? I've seen a few cases of this twin person phenomenon in the dome, or it might be someone who shares the same soul as Hildibrand. So yeah, let's explain this to Nashu.
I'm not sure what's going on here, but I can see that you're not who I thought you were, and that we need to keep searching.
Missing person, is it? If that's the rub, then you can leave the sleuthing to me.
We really could use your help.
By those sounds of things, this fella looks a lot like me. What'd you say his name was? Hildibrand? I'd find him, don't you worry. I can feel a hunch coming on already. And so off he goes to do his thing. Tattered coat and all. An ash-covered tuxedo.
Are we sure that isn't the inspector?
I guess it's not so much in a tuxedo as it is a business suit. Yeah, this guy is taking over our mashup of New York, Tokyo, and Hong Kong. So let's go ahead and speak with Nashu, because, yeah, just like the Heaven's Turn quest, this one doesn't take much time either. Nashu?
I'd like to rush off and do some investigative work of my own, but this city starts my head spinning. I think I'll wait and see if this Detective Hildibrand is as good as he seems. Meanwhile, you should get back to whatever it is that famous adventurers do when they're not embroiled in one of our fantastical cases.
I guess I'll do that. So, for finding this new version of the Inspector, we'll take 1,000 gil for our efforts. And so, as we go film noir, the dame had me looking for needle in a neon-lit haystack, a city with an allergy to sleep. This twin of mine had well and truly lost himself. The trail was colder than the ice at the bottom of my glass. And we're getting all these callbacks, but I could smell it in the air, like the cloying stench of cheap perfume. A conspiracy. Stay tuned for further episodes of Detective Hardboiled. Yeah, and Godbert's working the bartender job. Yeah, give me an old-fashioned. Oh, hi there, Nashu. Yeah, I guess you've had to upscale to your inspector's tuxedo, I guess? Yeah, this one's on me. But yeah, take a look. A little cherry bomb. I imagine it'll take more than a few explosives to bring this guy around if it is indeed him. And in the meantime, Godbert's doing his thing in his underwear behind the bar.
The inspector has finally set foot upon the Dawntrail. Get ready for inconceivably further Hildibrand adventures. Who knows what his case will be this time? When it happens, whatever happens, you'll be there on the scene.
Geez, and the Coblin's even wearing a top hat, or at least was before it bolted. Take care, Nashu.